While Sherry was reading the thing about how unique and special that we are, and in her prayer to us about how unique we are, I was struck with the notion that a lot of people didn't grow up hearing that from their religion. A lot of people grew up hearing the opposite from their religion. They heard things that kind of put you down to scare you into believing in God, you know. But I'm really grateful that this philosophy has no part of that. This philosophy says from the get-go that we are whole, perfect, and complete because of who we are. And it bears repeating many, many times. When we say who we are not talking about the labels nor the identities. We're not talking about our mistakes or our wins. We're really talking about something bigger than that. And I know you know it, but it always helps to remember when we say who I am, it's way beyond the stuff of our humanness. So being proud, feeling yourself as unique and proud because of who you are. Every time you hear that, open your mind up to something bigger than just the human experience. It's who we are is a divine expression. And if you didn't get to hear that when you were a child, take it in now. Take it in week after week after week after week after week. And I remind you again, I remind all of us again, but I remind myself again, who we really are. Expressions of the one. So not our religions taught you that, but most religions do teach you gratitude. Almost every religion has some aspect of why we should be grateful and how we should practice it. And that's really wonderful. A lot of times it's taught in terms of giving thanks to some God who may have bestowed some favor on you. People say, oh, thank you God, when things go how they want. But what happens when things don't go how you want? A lot of people get angry at God. So there's a lot of giving thanks to, which is not a bad thing. But this philosophy takes that and broadens that a lot. We expand on that whole idea. And so I'm going to start with our founder, Ernest Holmes, because he has this one beautiful thing. He doesn't say a whole lot about gratitude, interestingly enough, at least in this book. But this one is so beautiful. He says, in everything give thanks. An attitude of gratitude is most salutary and bespeaks the realization that we are now in heaven. So I want to just focus on a couple of pieces of that to begin with. First, the word salutary. It means to be helpful or to have a beneficial effect. An attitude of gratitude is beneficial. It's helpful. It has a beneficial effect for you and for others. Beneficial effect. Now in heaven, in our speak, that reminds us that we are already in the presence of God. Not heaven as in some place to go. Heaven as in the presence or the counsel of the one life. We are now in heaven. We are now in the presence of God. Not having to wait for it. In our 5-step prayer treatment, okay students, what's step number 4? I think you need to be saying it just a little more convincing. Come on now, what's step 4?
Gratitude.
Gratitude, or thanksgiving, or however you want to call that, yes?
Yes.
It's thanksgiving. It's a part of our 5-step prayer. If you have not taken yet the foundational class to learn that 5-step prayer, I highly recommend it. This makes sense. We're giving thanks. We're giving thanks in such a way, though, that says, I'm thankful that this is already the truth, yes?
Yes.
We don't give thanks for something that will be in the future. We don't give thanks only after it's come true. In our prayer, we say, I am grateful that this is so. I don't know, I think that's one of the hardest things to get across in our head. We give thanks for what we think is coming because we look at our life and we go, I don't see it yet. We get stuck in that. We give thanks only, oh, this came true. God is so good. Prayer is so good because this came true. We're asking ourselves to take it beyond evidence and taking it beyond future. But to say right now, because that's all there is. Right now I'm grateful for the thing I just prayed for. So if I just prayed for health and healing, I'm grateful that this is true. If I just prayed for abundance and prosperity, I'm grateful that this is true. I don't say, I am abundant and prosperous and say thank you and then, oh, but maybe. I know that that's what happens. Our minds sometimes trick us, but we give thanks as if it already is true. Because in the realm of spirit, it is. We've already been given everything we need. We're the only ones who get in our own way. So we're giving thanks for right now. Now in heaven, it is already true. So let me read this again, now that I've expanded on that. Lost my page. An attitude of gratitude is most salutary and bespeaks the realization that we are now in heaven. I can say it like this: an attitude of gratitude produces a beneficial effect and reminds us that we are already in the presence of God. For those of you who find Ernest Holmes hard to read, isn't that a little bit easier? The attitude of gratitude is beneficial for us, and it reminds us that we're already in the presence of God. Because if I'm grateful for something right now, that puts me in that harmony with the presence. It puts me in the harmony with life. It puts me in harmony with that sense of, it is already true. It puts me in harmony with God, with life. The greater spiritual truth, as you will see in our affirmation today, the greater spiritual truth is everything is already God's stuff. Everything is already God's stuff. I recognize that sometimes that is a little bit hard to grab onto. It's very easy to get misguided. It's very easy to get lost in our human experience. We get lost in the effects around us. We get lost in our experiences, and we say, how could that be God's stuff? Well, it is. Everything is God's stuff. That doesn't mean that some people's use of their God stuff might be something we don't like. Because sometimes people's use of their God stuff is something we don't like. It's just true. But it is God's stuff. We are the ones who get stuck in it. So we need to find a means to move us, to refocus us. And to me, gratitude can be that means. Gratitude can be the means to refocus me. Where am I looking? Am I looking for what's good? Am I looking for what's not so good? It's the thing that can help us look differently with different eyes. And gratitude is a mindset, as is everything. Ernest Holmes says over and over and over, it begins in our mind, in our consciousness, in our awareness. So gratitude is a tool, a means to refocus us, and it's a mindset. Not just, I'm grateful for, but I'm grateful. End of sentence. Period. I'm just grateful. We reframe it so it's not just, I will be grateful when this happens. This thing that I want to happen, I'll be grateful when, can you fill in your own blanks? I'll be grateful when, all right, but we're saying let's refocus that so we're grateful now. We get in alignment with that, we begin to bring those things into our life. But grateful just comes. What I know is it takes a whole lot of willingness to look at life that way. It takes a whole lot of awareness to be in that mindset, and it takes discipline. It takes discipline. Now, some of you are my kin, and discipline is not your favorite word. Some of you love it. Some of you do really well with it and know how to stay disciplined toward your goal. I get distracted by shiny things, as my friend Mary McKay used to say. Oh, cake? Oh, good. Running? Yeah, oh, these are kept on running today. You know, the goals, the things. Oh, I'm going to be grateful. And then you son of a... Oh, grateful. Oh, yeah. You know, we get distracted. So it takes a willingness to be grateful. It takes a lot of awareness, and it takes discipline until it becomes a habit. The longer you practice it, the more of a habit it becomes, I guarantee you. If you set yourself the discipline to look for what to be grateful for, and it becomes a habit, one day you'll go, oh, I'm living from this place more and more now. I'm living in this gratitude place. So recently, I did this particular tool that really helped me. I got a piece of paper out and I made a pros and cons list. And my guess is a lot of people make pros and cons lists. But it wasn't so much a pro and con for should I do or not do this thing. It was looking for patterns of goodness. Looking for patterns of goodness. So the pro and cons list, let's just say maybe it's a family member. Since a lot of us are going to gather with families, and we have sometimes people who push our buttons. Pro and cons list, family member, got it in your